Must have been riding hard. $120 miles and 2.75 gallons of gas. What happens when you beat on them? They don't get good gas mileage. She's just breaking in though. Keep me safe, baby. Pulled up behind the wrong car. The lawbreaker on the other side. Like Bill Cosby says, when you pull up to the light, there's two cars in front of you. You want to get behind the one who's going to break the law and take off really fast. Of course, he's funnier than I am, so his delivery's better. That is what he does for a living. Being a funny guy. And selling Jello pudding, of course. Insert imitation of Bill Cosby selling jelly pudding there. I can't do it. Things are starting to green up, which means they're going to start to yellow up. We'll get the attack of pollen. You go out to your car, it'll be green, yellow, green. Don't touch it and then touch your face, because you'll just want to die. Well, if you're allergic to it. If you're not allergic to it, it'll just make you itchy and watery. We have all these wonderful pine trees around here. I'm not allergic to pine pollen, but when the wind blows, you can actually see the yellow cloud lift up from the tree and go through the air. It's tree mating. You're breathing it, which I just find amusing. You know, just because I find shit like that amusing. I'm a little twisted. Usually inappropriately. That's just me. Anyway, good day for a ride. Could be warmer. Could always be warmer. It will be warmer. But it's springtime in Alabama. A balmy 51, 52 degrees. It's warmer than that in the sunshine. That's what I like about black leather. Grabs that heat, transfers it onto you. Of course, when it's a million degrees outside, I don't wear it. Of course, I don't ride when it's a million degrees. I'll ride up to about 102, but that's about it. Long way from a million. Jeez. Babble, babble, ramble, ramble. Inane babblings. be able to see any of those houses up on the hill. Be covered by foliage. Only take about a week or two. Unless, of course, it snows again. That'll delay everything for a little while. It is possible to get snow in April. It's god-awful stuff when it happens. Especially since we don't deal well with snow here in the south. What we do deal with is rain. We get lots of rain. People forget how to drive because it's suddenly wet. And then after it does that for about 3 days, they recall, hey, wow, just a little extra stopping distance and don't start off so fast and everything's cool. Gonna wage a little caution up here. Church is let out. Large groups of people suddenly very hungry. Try not to get between them and their restaurant. That would be an uncool thing. So, get to go to a fundraiser. Something that, where my girlfriend works. They'll have a little putting course, always fun. Batting cages, I probably won't do that because I never played baseball. I'm not all about machines hurling balls at me when all I've got is a stick to defend myself. Basically, I don't know how to bat, so, you know, don't feel like tearing my back up trying to swing at something that I'm not likely to hit. Oh, once again, the old guy in me comes out. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get down to where she's meeting one of her friends to ride over there, and I'm gonna ride over there with them, just so we can all park together. Plus, I've got a birthday present on my bike that I'm taking to my nephew. It's his birthday party is right after this fundraiser thing. I don't want anybody to walk up to my bag and just nab it, so I'll let her carry it in her car. And my mother has requested a ride on my motorcycle. I think it's a little cool for that, so I didn't actually bring an extra helmet. Although, you know, my dad will be there, and if she really, really, really wants a ride, I can use his helmet. She can use his helmet. I can use mine. I don't think she can wear mine. But, yeah, she's dying to go for a ride on the bike. How can you turn down a woman in their 70s when she's your mom saying, take me for a ride on a motorcycle? And she does love bikes. And she knows how to ride, so, you know, I just worry. You know, last thing you want to do is hurt your mom. There's our favorite Waffle House. We're in there once a week. In there often enough for them to know what we order. So yes, my girlfriend and I, we're that couple, and we take the kids with us when they're in the mood to get up. Usually they stay up all night playing video games against their friends online, because that is apparently what children do these days. And I say children, I mean they're 19 and 24. So, you know, to me they're children. To some people out there, they're peers. they're just my babies. Oh, I just love this intersection. Look at all the crap on the road. S-hooks, bottom end of a padlock, some kind of plastic thing, several of watch band, red rubberized watch band, shingle, one of those reflector thingies. Seems to have been popped up from somewhere else because it doesn't belong where it's at. They're just crap all over the place. And the light's gonna change. And we'll get to go here shortly. I got the babbles on today. Hope my microphone's working. Usually when I have the babbles, it doesn't. Ooh, bungee. I always wonder if those get hooked in people's tires. Never had one hooked in mine, but I usually will spot them and not run over them. Try not to run over debris in the road if I can help it. Especially since my car doesn't have a spare tire. It's just got a tire repair kit. Which, mixed feelings about. I mean, how many tires is it good for? You know, how much would a spare be? There's a place where you could put one of those little donut spares in there. But you'd actually have to modify the rear cover to do it. To cut away a bunch of this stuff. Styrofoam. Hate styrofoam. But it looks like a hassle. And how much are they going to charge you for that? Can you just buy... I know you could buy one at a junkyard, but, you know... Do people ever go get those tires changed? I mean, I know everybody whose tire I've ever changed and put that donut on it, it was flat. Which is why I carry a pump in my car, actually. Because those little donut things go down. You should check those every time you get your oil changed. At least. But, where do you get a new one? You just take it by the tire place? I've never known of anybody who replaced them. I've seen people drive on them forever. I guess not realizing that they're really only meant for, hey, let's take this to get a new tire. I know that's not always in the budget, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, I've been there. I've been there where I didn't have the budget to get a new tire and had to walk to work for a little while. But I have bicycles, and I'm never opposed to riding a bicycle. Hey, they're open on Sunday. Jeeps! Had a Jeep, love my Jeep. If I could have afforded to feed it, I'd have kept it. But, you know, 13 miles to gallon is kind of crappy. Not that I'm obsessed with miles per gallon. I just watch that kind of stuff. Just to see what it's doing, you know? A fresh oil change tends to increase the mileage. So keep your oil changed regularly. Use the proper oil. Don't use anything too light. A lighter oil will get you better mileage. It will reduce the life of your engine though. So just depending on how much you like your car, you know, do what you want. I tend to love my cars. I think I've only had one car I didn't like, and I actually kind of liked it. Thank you. Yeah, I know, there was plenty of time. But still, it makes me nervous. You know, somebody broke their Miata. Or they just don't like it anymore. I mean, they're cool little cars. I don't want one. I already have a little car. And I love my little car. It's quite fun to drive. Beautiful Sunday. Pardon. The smell of soil. Yeah, that was random. I know. I'm very random. But that's okay. I'm used to it. So are the people who've been around me for a while. Saw a movie the other night, Wolf of Wall Street. There was a very random character in there. Made me laugh because I could identify for sure. Yeah, the bikes are out today. Pretty Sunday. Good day to ride. I doubt I'll see anybody in t-shirts today. Although, there are some hardcores out there. Four-door Jeep. Pretty Jeep. I like the two-door better, though. Same color. John Hawkins Parkway. That's the name of that road. Or Highway 150. I get asked a lot if they name the road after me. Nope, they didn't. Actually, it's a senator, and I think he's passed away. I did get his mail a couple of times. Some review from the Birmingham News. They'd done an article, and they sent it to him to proofread and make sure everything was accurate in it. And I sent it back to him and called him, and it's like, I don't think he wants me proofing it because I'm not him. I have no idea where they got my address from, other than maybe the phone book. So, if your local politician is in the phone book, he's a brave politician. Just my opinion. And I don't think he and I agreed on things either. I think he was more conservative. And I have a conservative streak, but overall, I don't consider myself very conservative. Too much of a hippie in me. Although you'll never catch me wearing patchouli, because that's disgusting. But that's just my opinion. If you like it, that's fine. But if you're wearing it, I'm not letting you in my car. Unless, if you need to go to the hospital or something. And then you can go bathe real quick. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, not too much further to go. Gonna find a Whataburger. Probably get there about 10 minutes early. We're gonna be 20 minutes early according to my girlfriend and her friend Brian, because my girlfriend's never on time. No, take that back. She's much better about it than she used to be. Of course, the whole time that we were married, I bitched about her being late continuously, because she was always late. It was always like, just 5 minutes, just 10 minutes. And late is late. If you're late, you're late. 5 minutes, 1 hour, it's still inconsiderate. I hate to be late, and that's probably, I'm probably a little more overboard with it than I should be, but, she deals with me, and that's a good thing. Oh, traffic light karma today is not good. Although, if I'd have been hauling ass right there, I'd have probably made it. But no, do the speed limit. Speed limit's fun, right? Not in the least. for biking. Just a good day in general. I like having good days, you know, the kind where you wake up in the morning. Used to be waking up in the morning really stressed me out, but I tended to stay up late and do abusive things to myself. So, you know, waking up in the morning was not wonderful. Could be traumatic in some instances, just depending on where you woke up and in what condition. But, you know, don't have to worry about that anymore. Since I behave myself, I'm a behavior now. Much to the surprise of people who knew me in my younger days. Yeah, slidey brakes. Hope those pads are alright. Sorry, looking at the Winnebago, the names on the sides of them. Somebody mentioned to me one time. Actually, it was one of my kids. We were driving back from California, cross country. You know, it's going to be a long ride, and he'd done it a few times. It's, you know, says boring but interesting, kind of all in the same thing. Just takes 30-something hours. He said the names of the Winnebagos and the fifth wheels and all that. He says put anal in front of or behind the name, and you'll chuckle. Because, you know, see, anal oasis, things like that. Anal frontier. It was funny. It was funny to me, but like I said, I'm twisted and sometimes in the wrong direction. I think one of his buddies told him that. Kids today. I'm glad I'm not one of them. It's just too hard. Too hard to be young these days. I'll concentrate on being old. Or middle-aged, so to speak. Since I am middle-aged now. Let's see. Down this road. And to the left is a huge Harley shop. Great place. Beautiful bikes. Love Harley Davidson. Used to want one. Don't want one anymore. I have what I want. Quite happy with it. Isn't that right, girl? She knows I love her. Went in to buy a bike there one time, and the finance guy was really condescending. Sales guy had been just outstanding. I mean, just outstanding. Can't say enough nice things about the sales guy. He did it just right. Not high pressure. Told me the things I needed to know. It was a really good experience. And then the finance guy gets all condescending and shit. And got to walk out of his office. He's like, "Well, where are you going?" I was like, "Dude, I wouldn't buy a bike from you for $5. Treat me like that." I mean, I'm a potential customer in here, not one to buy the biggest bike in the world, but willing to spend 10 grand in your establishment, and you're going to talk to me that way. I said, no, you'll never see any of my money. And that's true. I haven't bought anything in there, and won't. I will go in there and look, just because it's beautiful. Wow.